The day before we were supposed to fly, a huge storm hit our city. It was so strong that it lasted almost a week. I kept checking the weather every few hours, worried the flight might be cancelled. I remember standing by the window, watching the rain, just praying for good weather. And you know what? The morning we left, the sky was completely blue and clear. It felt like a sign, like the universe was saying, it's time for your new beginning. Since this was the longest flight of my life, I really wanted it to be comfortable and stress-free. So I prepared a few little things that make the journey so much easier. Let me share them with you. Hopefully, they will help when you take your next long flight too. One thing I learned, the air on planes is so dry. At first, I actually told myself, maybe I shouldn't drink too much water. I don't want to keep going to the restroom every hour. You know that feeling, right? When you are sitting by the window and you don't want to bother the person next to you every time you need to get up. But after 2 hours, I started to feel my lips cracking, my throat dried, and even my skin tightening. That's when I realized avoiding water was a bad idea. So I started drinking little by little, just small sip every 30 to 40 minutes. It really made a huge difference. I didn't feel tired or dizzy, and my skin stayed fresh even after hours in the air. I also put on a moisturizing face mask. I probably look a bit funny, but it worked so well. After that, I felt much better. My body wasn't as tired. My skin didn't feel dry at all. Sometimes the small habits make a biggest difference. Another thing that helped me so much, a special travel pillow. Not the usual USAP one, but this funny looking pillow that supports your head from the side. It costs only $3. At first, my husband laughed at it. Why did you buy that weird pillow? He said. But later, when I slept peacefully for hours and he couldn't, he started using it. It honestly felt like I had someone's shoulder to lean on. My neck didn't hurt at all, and I actually woke up feeling refreshed, which never happens on flights. After that short nap, I looked out the window, endless clouds and sunlight. That quiet moment in the sky felt so peaceful. But after sitting for a while, my legs started to feel a little heavy, and that's when my next little trick saved me. When you sit in economy class, the space between seats is pretty small, right? After a few hours, I could really feel the pressure on my legs. So I tried something new, a small fabric foot hammock. It's super simple. You hang it on the tray table and put your feet in. The moment I tried it, I was like, oh wow, this is so comfy. It lifted my legs just a little bit and it makes such a huge difference. It's just a small thing, but when you are flying for over 10 hours, every bit of comfort counts. I know airplane food doesn't always look exciting, but trust me, eating helps. Keeping your energy up prevents you from feeling disease or starving when you land. Our airline served us 3 meals and we ate them all. The best surprise was the dessert, Haagen-Dazs ice cream. That moment made me smile so much because I used to work for Haagen-Dazs for almost 3 years after college. It felt like the universe was saying hi to me in the sky. After about 3 hours, we landed in Hong Kong for our connection. It's one of the largest airports in the world, beautiful but also easy to get lost in. I didn't want to wait too long, so I booked a flight with only a 1 hour 15 minutes layover. That's short. Before the trip, I researched everything, where to find the gates, how to use the airport train, and which sites to follow. So when we arrived in Hong Kong, we know exactly what to do. We grabbed our bags and started moving quickly through the huge terminal, hopping on the airport train to reach our gate. It still felt a little like a mini adventure, running with our backpacks, checking the strings. Even though we were the very last passengers to board, all that research really paid off. We made it just in time. The next flight was the big one, 14 hours to the US. Before boarding, I downloaded a bunch of my favorite movies and shows. Watching them have passed the time so fast, it also made me sleepy. My eyes got tired and I could fall asleep easily later. When I woke up, breakfast was being served. That's when the captain said, "We are about to land soon." My heart started beating faster. We were almost there. After landing, we went through custom, picked up our luggage, and met my sister-in-law who came to pick us up. Oh, and one last thing, we bought the US SIM card before the flight, just the internet, no phone number. But honestly, it saved us. Thanks to that, we could easily connect with my sister-in-law right after landing, without trying to find the Wi-Fi at the airport. After such a long journey, I was surprised. I didn't feel that tired at all. On those small things, stay hydrated, resting well, eating, moving, repairing, they really work. So if you are planning your first long flight, I hope our story gives you a few ideas to make it easier and more enjoyable. Thank you so much for watching my journey and see you in the next video.